Back in 2020, I had just moved out in January. It was January 10th, I moved into an apartment on Plum Street in Aurora. The rent was $900. All in, it was a total of $1,100, including the utilities. This isn't including groceries or my school payment or anything like that. I had moved in with my significant other who was currently working at a pawn shop. He was making $13 an hour, and I, as a preschool teacher, was making $15. As we progressed into the year of 2020, we all know exactly what happened, and unfortunately, my significant other lost his job and was unable to get a job. He started doing DoorDash and Instacart, which had us very desperate because he would make enough for maybe gas, but then he got into a car accident. When he got into a car accident, he was okay, luckily, but the car wasn't, and it was just, our insurance deductible was like $500, and we just couldn't afford to take care of that at the moment. So we had to work with one car, and so we were just on my salary. And with my salary, it was barely anything. And because of what happened before with Instacart and DoorDash and that incident, we were so scared to do it again. We still, however, on the weekends did some DoorDash and Instacart together, and then at nights did it as well after I got off work. I remember waking up at 6 a.m. and then if anyone wanted to leave early, I would ask if I can do overtime and stay till 6 p.m. And I was just working 12-hour shifts. And it's doable, but when you work with kids, it just takes such a draining and exhausting toll on your mental health. And I was just unable to keep up with school along with this pandemic and the lockdown and getting half pay and then being late on bills and then family getting sick and then I myself getting sick and then my significant other getting sick and them telling us that we can only receive COVID pay for 2 weeks, and anything further than that is on our own. And so it made it very difficult to essentially live and pay for our rent. Luckily, we had a great conversation and a great relationship with our landlord that he understood the situation, and I think at most he gave us maybe like 2 months before we had to start paying rent again, and then I extended my lease so that it would make up for it in a way. So instead of like being able to leave January, I ended up leaving until April, or until he was able to find somebody else to rent it in a way. So I wasn't able to move out of there till 2021 of some year. I think it's like I moved out in like August. But it was challenging. It was challenging because of the limited hours. It was challenging because of the pay and then losing our jobs and then finding a job and then working with one car and then maintenance for the car because we were using it so much. Yeah.